Today, we're going to add one ranged card to our deck after every single win. The deck that we're going to be starting today's video off with is Giant Graveyard, so currently our only ranged card, guys, is the Bowler. And yeah, we're just going to add one more ranged card every single time we can win. And we're actually pretty decently high up on ladder right now, so this challenge might get pretty difficult pretty quickly. And guys, what ranged cards are just stuff like, you know, for example, Archers, the Wizard, Executioner, stuff like that. So yeah, all that kind of stuff is going to probably get added into our deck later today. This guy probably has piggies and stuff like that, but we'll have to see about that. I'm just going to go for a giant kind of aggressively, because this bowler is going to do a nice job killing whatever he plays here. Wow, that bowler just moved in a very weird pattern. He does get the zappies down, but we can actually just go for our snowball, and I feel like we're going to completely destroy the zappies. Yeah, look at that. We forced him to go for a defensive fireball. I'm pretty happy we have the bowler here, but guys, I feel like it'll be really hard to take down the flying machine, which I'm sure he's going to have, so we have to watch out for that a little bit. For sure. And actually, the reason why I picked this deck is because I wanted to make a deck that could just work well with a lot of ranged cards, and I feel like Giant could be a deck that could work pretty nicely, even if it has a lot of ranged cards in it, because you still have the Giant to play in front of all those ranged cards. Then we could probably, you know, add a couple extra good things in it that will just synergize well, so I think we'll do a pretty good job here. I'm going to go kind of aggressive here with the Giant, and I guess I'll get my bats down as well. He does get the Evo cage, but we could actually vines here just to, like, make his cage not activate. And then we also kill the flying machine because of that as well. That was a really good set of vines right there. Night Witch is still not 100% dead. Now it is, but our bats do force the arrows, and we get a couple nice giant hits on the tower. Man, this match is going so much better than I expected. I honestly did not think we'd actually have that much of a chance here, but it seems to be quite the other way around. Like, this guy is the one who doesn't have much of a chance. Okay, we can actually go for the vines right now. We do make him go for a whole fireball there. Our vines allow us to fully take down the tower, and we just make our first opponent give up, so it's time now to add a second ranged card to our deck. We now added the Furnace to our deck, so we do have double ranged cards right here. And by the way, guys, I don't consider stuff like minions to be a ranged card, because they do obviously have a little bit of range, but they're not like one of those glass cannon cards like Archers, Musketeer, stuff like that, you know, Wizard. So, yeah. This guy right here probably does have Royal Giant, which is actually a pretty hard matchup for Giant Graveyard. I always see the Giant Graveyard players complaining a lot about Royal Giant, so this might be pretty annoying. I'm just going to get my guards down for the monk. I kind of have to respond to it. I have to be really careful, though, because he could try to get his king up off my bowler. They sometimes do that by going for a fisherman right next to their king tower. Kind of an interesting fisherman placement. I guess we just Giant into this. Oh, I was hoping that would run away, man. That almost ran away right there. I guess we could just go for a nice snowball here. That's actually going to buy our bowler some time to do something. I guess Giant actually does die, but I don't know. Maybe we can do something. Oh, are you trolling? How did you manage to activate his king tower? Like, the bowler literally wanted to activate his king tower. Like, how did it manage to actually do that? Like, it was actually so hard to do that, but it somehow managed to activate his king. Like, how did it manage to do that? I'm actually genuinely impressed. We do get our vines down. I mean, at least the vines can hit the king tower and stuff, but we're probably still not going to get much damage. Wait, that's actually good damage. What? Hold up, guys. We actually got really good damage right there. Maybe the game is not completely over yet. Oh, snap. No. The infinite range fisherman pool. Oh, gosh. Okay. Guards are going to counter push a little bit. He might have to respond to this at least. We do also have our Evolution Furnace, guys. I think the only reason this won't be completely impossible right now is really just thanks to the fact that we have vines. Because if I didn't have vines, now this for real would just be 100% game over. He does go for the fireball. Okay. It's fine. I think we just have to bowler the back and try to set up a nice push right here. But it's definitely going to be hard for us, guys. I think we just need some sort of miracle right now to be able to win this game still. I'm going to get my Giant down, and I don't even think it's worth it to guards here or anything like that, because he could just monk ability, so no, actually I will, just to make sure he has to go for it, you know. Yeah, he does go for the monk ability. We do get a nice Evo Snow, which actually doesn't even affect the Hunter. Now we get our vines down as well. The Hunter actually does die. Giant also gets on the tower. Guys, I don't even know how we're defending right now. How did I just defend that? I mean, like, I defended his counter push, I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know how I defended that. Ooh, he does go for the fireball, but we actually stopped the majority of the RG. Wow, we take no damage. Yo, that's actually kind of crazy. I'm gonna vines here. Nice, man. Beautiful freaking vines right there. Unfortunately, the fisherman is not 100% dead, though. But if we can win this game, that would be kind of crazy, guys. But we're gonna have to add some really bad cards to our deck soon, man. Because, you know, this giant graveyard deck is normal with 2 ranged cards. But if we add anything else, I feel like our deck is just gonna get so crazy looking. So we'll see how that goes. We're gonna get a nice snowball down right here, hopefully. Nice, man. We don't completely take the tower. I could have played my vines, but honestly, I don't really want to overcommit too much, so I think I'm fine with this right here. Let's get our vines down. Dude, I don't know how he got that monk ability in time. At least it's not even on our tower, though. He's probably gonna fireball. Yeah, I knew he would fireball there. He does unfortunately get the RG hit, guys. We just need to play this a little bit calm. Okay, never mind. Oh, snap. He goes all in here. Get an Evo Snow. Oh my gosh, thank goodness that pooled, guys. My Evo Snows have been acting up a bit recently and sometimes not pooling things. Okay, now we just go for a graveyard, and we have our vines as well, so we can probably get some nice vines on the King Tower too and everything. Now we just snowball right here, and I think we should take it, guys. Come on. Wait a minute, we actually don't quite take it. Hold up. Hold up, man. Okay, okay. We just vines right here. We go for the snowball, and that was clutch. Okay, guys, I actually realized there's a pretty good range card that we could add to our deck, and that was the Bomber. I put in the Bomber over the guards, and I feel like it's actually going to work quite well in a deck like this, so not feeling too bad yet, but I might really start to feel the pain of the ranged cards if we could get another win here, because that'll put us at 4 ranged cards. Half our deck will be ranged cards. Our opponent does have the Furnace. Maybe it could be a graveyard deck. No, okay, he has that cannon, so I guess it might be something else right here. I'm gonna go kind of aggressive here. I feel like it's not a bad choice. He unfortunately does have the delivery. Dude, this is tragic. He has delivery, he has poison, he has cannon. I don't think this guy could add any more counters to our deck, man. What the flip? I don't know what we're supposed to do. I think he probably has Goblin Drill as his win condition, but we'll see about that one. I'm just gonna Furnace the back. He probably doesn't really have too much to get our bowler off the board, so at least that could maybe get some good value. Yeah, I guess I'll just play the bowler all the way in the back here. One Fire Spirit does connect to the cannon, which is kind of big for us. And we might be able to get a nice push here with our bowler. Yeah, I think this is good, guys. Also, the Furnace will outrange his cannon, so he's going to still have to spend Elixir. Fire Spirit, I don't know how you just jumped right there. I could minions here, but I feel like there's no point since he'll just delivery, right? So I think we just chill for now, go for a Bomber up high. Wait, the bowler's going to line up on the tower. It only gets 1 shot, but that's still so big for us. I'm also going to snowball this to kill the Berserker and push the Evo Furnace to the opposite lane. That is huge, man. Nice. Guys, we actually might just take the win here. I could Vines, but man, I feel like there's really no need to. I'm just going to get this down. And we somehow just destroy this guy's defense, man. He has, you know, the delivery, he has poison. I don't even know how he's getting wrecked so bad. You would think that we would just have a really hard matchup, but seems to be quite the opposite. This guy can't help but to laugh, and yeah, we're moving on to 4 ranged cards. We do have the Little Prince up in our deck now over the minions, and I think the Little Prince is a really nice ranged card to have in this challenge, guys, because the Little Prince actually has the ability so we can get a tank using it. Because I think none of the other ranged cards are really tanky at all, except, I guess, the Bowler, so to have something that can be tanky is pretty nice. We're going to go in for an aggressive giant here. This guy just leaked a bunch of elixirs, so we pretty much get a free furnace down, and I feel like we might as well graveyard because of that. I could get nice vines down. Oh yeah, that's a good set of vines right there. Gonna kill the bomber, hold his monk in place for a while, and just give us some good damage. This guy might be a 3 Musketeers player. Ooh, this could be pretty bad, actually. If he has 3 Musketeers, guys, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble because we don't have a big spell. We could always pressure, but we just don't have a big spell. Alright, guys, I was correct. I was correct, man. He does have the pump, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna giant here, and I have to try to do something. I think he probably has E-barbs and stuff like that. Yeah, I was gonna say he has E-barbs. We actually do get a decent ability. Never mind. That didn't do jack squat. Okay, it's probably over. Just take my tower. Wait, is that gonna counter this? Tell me that 2-shots it. It's not going to, is it? I knew it wouldn't. Thank goodness. I ended up playing the snowball. Otherwise, I would have taken so much damage. He's probably going to pump up again, guys, and I don't even know what the heck I'm supposed to do here. I am literally dead right now. This is actually a very nice bowler, though. You know, guys, I feel like our giant is kind of trash here since he has the E-barbs, but maybe the graveyard itself could actually get us some good value. I am going to go ahead and graveyard here because when he gets the Three Musketeers spam later in the game, I'm just not going to have any chance to do anything, I feel like. Oh, I could have hit the bomber, man. Dang, if I had hit the bomber, that would actually be so good there. I think I would have just taken the whole tower. We're still going to counter his stuff pretty nicely. Not bad. I'm expecting the Three Musketeers pretty soon here, guys, but we'll see about that. Dang, we actually don't... Oh, no, what? I thought that would survive. Snowball this before he can ability. Whoa! Whoa! I have Curry on my team, bro. I have Curry on my team. Oh my gosh. That was a 3-pointer and a half, guys. Oh my goodness. That was so satisfying. Alright, I'm just going to go for the bowler in the back. We do also have our Evolved Furnace, guys, so maybe there is a way we can actually defend here. Which is kind of crazy, because I did not think I'd have any chance. I guess we just go for the Vine spell, just to buy ourselves a little bit of time, maybe. Let's push these right into our bowler. Wow, okay, wait, they just died. He goes for the 3M all in the same lane this time, guys. Here's where things get really tricky. Oh, nice, we get a roll! And we hit the tower. Let's freaking go. Let's just go for the vines here on the Musketeers. He goes for his monk ability, but if we just get a snowball off, that's going to kill everything. Whew. I swear the monk ability lasts too long sometimes. That is going to get damaged, but I think we're chilling. Yeah, I think we're chilling, guys. Let's just go in for a graveyard here. And we just vines on whatever he plays. And we also go for the Evo Snowball, and we take the win. So, guys, I ended up adding the Hunter over Snowball, which I think could work out pretty nicely in some matchups. We're facing a Chef Tower player here, actually, so maybe it's going to be like Golem or Goblin Giant. Could work out nicely, but I'm a little bit scared, though, if we face some sort of bait deck that without the Snowball, it's going to be really hard to break through. Our opponent does go for the Vines here. Unfortunately, our Princess Tower is not helping out right now. Now it is a little bit, but we do lose our little prince. This giant probably is going to get some pretty nice damage here. We could... Okay, we could get a fat bowler right now. Oh my gosh. Bro, look at the bowler value, guys. Look at this bowler we're about to get right now. That's going to line up on the witch as well, and man, that is nice. I think this guy's playing, yeah, Golem Pump, so I think the pump is going to be a pretty big issue. So I'm just going to go really aggressive here and try to be so aggressive that he doesn't actually go for the pump for a while. Kind of a nice set of vines here just to make his Berserker take some damage, and it's going to make it so it doesn't fully defend for him, which is good. I guess we just go for this here. Hopefully the Berserker dies. Okay. Whew, okay, thank goodness the Berserker died. If that lived on like 1 HP, I would have just, I don't know what I would have done. Hunter might get a shot on the tower here. Little Prince also could do something as well. I might pop a last second ability here. No, okay, I won't. I was going to, but he played the barbs, so no point to. But yeah, these barbs are really not going to be that good for him. They're going to be good for him against the giant and stuff, but against, you know, our bowler, it's always going to be a really good interaction for us. And this guy actually still has not been able to go for a single pump yet, which is kind of funny. I know for a fact that he's going to have pump in his deck. I can just get my furnace in the back right here, and I think we should be chilling. Hopefully the Cannoneer doesn't go on the skeletons too much right now. I guess we could just go for a Hunter up high. He actually does get the vines down, but honestly not really the most useful vines for him. Which luckily is not going on our tower, otherwise that would have been pretty bad. We could just get this giant down, and he's probably going to have to barbs onto it, right? Okay, maybe he won't barbs onto it. Wait, I'm going to ability. Nice! Dude, the prediction there on the barbs. I don't even know if it matters, though. Looks like it didn't end up mattering too much, guys, but that was still a nice thought to get that prediction right there. This bowler is going to get so much value. He can't vines my furnace and my bowler. I think they're too spaced out, so he has to choose one or none. Okay, we could get a nice Evo Hunter down here. Then we can also Giant so he can't vines it all. He can only vine some of it. And I'm just going to go for my own vines right here on his stuff. Dude, his Baby Dragon's getting wrecked by my Evo Hunter right now. Then I'm just going to Graveyard too. And our bowler does not quite reach the tower, but I feel like with our push right now, he just can't defend. Come on, bowler. Nice, the Fire Spirit took it. Dude, I was actually so scared this entire time, guys, but little did I know that Royal Giant is actually a ranged card. I completely forgot about the RG until right now, so I added the Royal Giant over the Giant in our deck. We do have RG Graveyard right now, which is kind of odd, but it might work. It might. This guy does have Mortar, okay. We faced Mortar a little bit earlier. I think I'll just go for a nice RG at the bridge, because his Mortar's out of cycles, so maybe it can actually get a little bit of a connection for us right here. Wait, let's Vines. That should actually be a couple hits. Wait, one more? Oh, I didn't get the extra shot there at the end, but that's still very good damage, guys. I kind of like this start. RG's actually a lot better than Giant here, I guess, since we're facing a Mortar deck. Because the RG is just going to be a much better Mortar counter. I'm just going to go for a Bomber right here, then I guess we go for a Little Prince as well. I just wanted to kill that Ice Wizard, honestly. We have a lot of ranged cards right here, guys, and ranged cards are usually what's best to counter Mortar with, so I'm actually pretty happy about this. I think the biggest issue, though, is going to be if he gets to his Evo Valkyrie. We actually do get our ability down. He's going to have to Valkyrie. Yeah. His next Valkyrie will be evolved, though, guys. That is the main issue right now that I don't know how we're going to deal with. I guess I'll just go for a Furnace right here up high. Hopefully he doesn't get, like, a Rocket down or anything too annoying. Okay. I think we could go for a nice Graveyard here. He does have the E-Spirit, though, which is maybe going to be a little bit annoying for us, but hopefully we still get damage. We kill the Ice Wizard. Furnace is tanking for the Graveyard, guys, and look at all that damage that we get here. That's so good. We could just go for the Hunter up high. I know he has Evo Mortar in hand right now, guys, so I'm going to be ready. Yeah, he has the Evo Mortar, but Hunter should distract it, right? Yeah, Hunter distracts it. Little Prince is going to get right on there, and the Hunter should also soak up one more shot out of it. Yeah, that was such a bad Evo Mortar out of this guy. He's kind of just panicking, I guess. Just doesn't know what to do. I think we go for the dumbest push I've ever seen in my life. Royal Giant Graveyard. I've genuinely never seen this once in the game's history. I really don't think I've ever seen anyone ever play Royal Giant Graveyard in my life. Man, this RG just got completely shredded, but it's all good, I guess. We're still chilling. It's just so nice how we have such an easy Mortar counter every single time. Little Prince is putting in the work, actually. Come on, Cannoneer Tower. Nice, alright. I just don't really know how we're going to get damage, though. Sometimes it's going to be really hard to push into his Valkyries and stuff like that. He does go for the E-Spirit here, but you know what? We're making this work, actually. I'm going to get a nice Evo Furnace up high to kind of stop both sides, I guess. That's actually not too shabby. The Fire Spirit might soak up a Mortar shot. We can go for the Vines here as well. Hunter, no, why are you shooting nothing, Hunter? Bro, this Evo Mortar is actually so terrorizing right now on defense for him. Yeah, I can't do anything right now for a while. He missed the Rocket. What the heck? Guys, I think we might just get Rocket cycled here, though. But we do have our Evolved Hunter, which is like our one maybe saving grace here, potentially. Wait, the RG's going to go for the tower, actually. We get our Vine spell down, but RG does unfortunately die. Wait, guys, we got damage there, though, to be fair. We got countered, but we got damage there a little bit. We just have to make sure we don't play anything behind our tower, because we know he's going to Rocket for sure. Come on, Furnace, get another Fire Spirit. Nice, we get another Fire Spirit. We could just go for a nice Little Prince here. Get this down. I guess I'll just RG into this. It's going to get the job done, so it's not bad. I'm just going to go for this right here. I mean, at least we take the Mortar off the field, right? Which is not a bad thing at all. I'm going to get my Little Prince ability going right here. Nice, it's going to hit the Ice Wizard. We do get a little bit of Skeleton Chip, and we just have to be aggressive here so we can't Rocket cycle. Nice, the Skeleton's get on the tower. Let's just literally bowler the bridge to try to get a lineup here on the tower. Okay, looks like it's not going to reach that far. Yeah. Okay, guys, we have to be so careful of these Mortars right now. Nice, he tried to go for a Slick Mortar Tornado, but with our RG, we're going to shut that down. Dude, this guy's getting literally shut down by RG Graveyard. Let's go for a Graveyard here. It's really the Vine Spell carrying us, guys, but we're going to have to drop the Vine Spell soon out of our deck, which is going to kind of suck, actually. Yeah, we get a really good Vine Spell. One Skeleton is on the tower. Make that 2. Make that almost 3. I'm just going to go for another RG. Fire Spirit basically takes us the win. Alright, it is now officially all ranged cards plus the Vine Spell. I probably actually should have taken off the Cannoneer Tower now that I think about it, because we have, like, no spells, really. So, It's going to be hard to take down swarms with the Cannoneer Tower especially. Wait, that's a pretty good set of vines right here. Yeah, we take out the guards, we stun up the Valkyrie, and we actually get pretty good damage here. I think this guy might be a Lava Hound player, it looks like, so this actually might not be too bad for us, guys. We have quite a few air defense cards. Yeah, it is going to be Lava Hound. You know, one thing I kind of wish I did is I wish I put the Inferno Dragon in our deck, guys. I could have added Inferno Dragon. I was kind of considering it so I could hard counter beatdown decks, but I didn't. Maybe we could add that as our last card potentially, though, so we'll see about that. Yeah, we have 4 air defensive cards, so I'm feeling pretty good right here. This is about to be a fat counter push here, man. People just aren't used to their opponents having many air counters, I feel like, because these Lava players have had it way too easy for way too long. I'm so happy to be punishing this Lava Hound player, honestly. Because I swear, guys, there's just never almost any metas where there's actually a lot of air counters, so to just punish a Lava Hound player like this is so rewarding, if you will. Nice, we take his whole tower. The guards are basically as good as dead here. We're probably just going to have to defend another big Lava Hound push. I'm honestly not sure if we're going to win yet, though, guys. I'm actually not 100% sure, because if he goes for a big lava push, I don't know if I can actually defend it if he supports it well. I don't know if he also has, like, some, like, vines or something at the ready, so we have to be careful. I'm just going to go for this little prince, I guess. I don't want to cycle my hunter, I think, but I could cycle most of my other stuff. I guess I'll go for a furnace right here as well. Might go for my vine spell as well, just to take this stuff to the ground. Yeah, he does have the vines of his own, but look at this, man. We could get the vines down here, pulling the skelly drags, pulling really everything. RG does get on the tower as well. I know he's probably going to try to go in soon, man. I know he wants to go in here. Where's your push? Wait, he really goes Inferno Dragon the bridge? Bro, what is this guy doing? I thought he was actually going to get a decent push off and do something. Alright, well that should be game over, guys. I'll see you in the final match. Okay, guys, I actually took out the vines for the Firecracker. I was going to add the Inferno Dragon to our deck, but I feel like the Firecracker could get it maybe a little bit more value, because sometimes it can just stay alive on the board for ages. Our opponent does have the Princess. I'm just going to go for an aggressive RG. I feel like with this Furnace down, we're probably going to do pretty good with it. He does have the Prince. Probably going to be a Prince bait deck right here, I guess. Oh my gosh, he has the Mega Knight. Is it over? Guys, did I just lose the game? Wait, that Prince lost its charge, actually. Hold up. Nice, Bomber one-shots the barrel. Pull that to our King Tower. Please activate my King Tower. Nice! We get our King up. Let's go. Exquisite, bro. That is exquisite. I thought for sure I died there, guys. I don't know how that Prince lost its charge on my Ice Wizard. We're going to get a nice Hunter down here for the RG, and that's going to hold it probably to just like 1 hit maybe, or I guess 2 hits. Yeah, you just get 2 hits, but man, we're not off to too bad of a start at all. If he goes for bats or something here, I can just get a nice Ice Wizard, so pretty happy with this actually. The only issue is that he has the Evo Mega Knight now, guys, so he could easily just swoop back our RG over and over and over, so I'm not really sure how I'm actually going to get a big breakthrough here. I feel like I just have to stack up a crazy amount of troops, and then only with an RG in front of all of that could I have a chance to actually do something. This Princess is kind of impossible to kill as well. Maybe I'll go for an Ice Wizard, just to get our Fire Spirits, you know, on the tower at least a little bit. And I guess we could go for a little Prince here, because he could try to Mega Knight soon. Okay, that was probably a mistake of an ability, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I thought he would go in for something extra there, but he actually didn't, so now he's probably just gonna Mega Knight, and that's gonna give us a pretty bad time, I think. Oh no. And that really targets my Firecracker. Are we for real? So we're gonna ignore the Hunter? Okay. That sounds good. Let's just ignore the fact that there was a Hunter right there on the board. Whew, okay. I don't know why that went for my tower out of anything there, guys. Very unfortunate. We actually do have our Evo Hunter, though, which I guess this guy was not keeping track of. But man, this Evo Dark Goblin is going to be impossible for us to stop. Oh my gosh, something kill it. Wait, let's get a bowler lineup, maybe. Okay, we're going to go for this here. Get a bomber as well. Okay, guys, we just have to go in right now, man. It's our only chance. Just gotta go in for the RG push right here. If we don't break through here and take the whole tower, I think we just lose the game regardless, guys. So just gotta pray. Wait, the bowler! No way, the bowler! Yes! We did it.